Ever felt that unique blend of excitement and dread at the airport? The thrill of adventure is so close you can almost taste it, but then reality hits. Cramped seats, chaotic overhead bins, and the silent judgment of 200 strangers. Flying, for all its wonders, can often feel like a true test of patience and social navigation. But what if we told you that much of that stress, those little annoyances that build up, are actually avoidable? Here's the kicker. Most of the friction in the skies comes from passengers unknowingly breaking the unwritten rules of air travel. From seat-switching snafus to the dreaded barefoot rebellion, these common missteps can transform your dream trip into a frustrating ordeal for everyone on board. We're here to help you navigate these unspoken rules, turning you into a more considerate, confident, and ultimately happier flyer. Whether you're a seasoned frequent flyer, embarking on your very first adventure, an etiquette enthusiast, or a travel blogger looking for fresh insights, this guide is for you. So buckle up, get ready to elevate your travel game, and let's dive into the wild, wonderful world of airplane etiquette. Picture this. You're sprinting through the terminal, heart pounding, only to hit a security line that stretches further than the eye can see. Your flight is boarding in minutes, and panic mode is officially on. In a moment of desperation, you might consider tapping a stranger on the shoulder asking, "Excuse me, my flight's boarding. Can I cut ahead?" While it might seem like a quick fix, this move often creates more problems than it solves. Asking to cut in line, especially at security or boarding, puts fellow travelers in an incredibly awkward position. They've likely arrived early, waited patiently, and are just as eager to get to their gate. Forcing them to decide whether to let you cut or to politely refuse and feel guilty is unfair. It disrupts the flow, can cause resentment, and often doesn't even speed things up significantly. Remember, everyone has a schedule, and your urgency doesn't necessarily trump theirs. Think about the domino effect. If one person cuts, it encourages others, leading to more chaos and frustration for everyone. It undermines the system and the collective patience of hundreds of people. Airport security lines are designed for efficiency, and any deviation can slow down the entire process, impacting not just your flight, but potentially others as well. It's a small act that can have a surprisingly large negative impact on the overall airport experience. The best defense against the line-cutting guilt trip is proactive planning. Always aim to arrive at the airport with ample time, especially during peak travel seasons or if you're flying internationally. Check your airline's recommended arrival times and add a buffer. Utilize online check-in to save time at the counter. If you're a frequent traveler, consider investing in TSA PreCheck or Global Entry. These programs can significantly reduce your wait times and streamline your airport experience, making those last-minute dashes a thing of the past. If despite your best efforts you find yourself in a genuine emergency, a flight delay caused by the airline or an unforeseen circumstance, do not approach fellow passengers. Instead, immediately seek out an airport or airline staff member. They are trained to handle such situations and can often fast-track you through security or guide you to an alternative solution without inconveniencing other travelers. Courtesy is contagious, and by respecting the system and your fellow passengers, you contribute to a smoother, more pleasant journey for everyone. You're at the gate, needing a quick restroom break or a coffee, and you spot a friendly-looking stranger. "Hey, can you watch my stuff for a minute?" you ask before dashing off. While it might seem like a harmless request, this seemingly innocent act is a major security risk and a significant burden to place on an unsuspecting individual. Newsflash, that nice person could be gone when you return, or worse, they might not be nice at all. Unattended bags are a massive red flag in any airport. Security protocols are incredibly strict for a reason, to ensure the safety of everyone. When you ask a stranger to watch your bag, you're essentially volunteering them for potential TSA interrogation if your bag is deemed suspicious. They become responsible for an item they know nothing about, and it puts them in a very uncomfortable and potentially compromising position. It's a fundamental rule of air travel. Never leave your bags unattended and never agree to watch someone else's. Beyond the security implications, it's simply unfair to burden a stranger with your belongings. They are trying to relax, prepare for their flight, or perhaps even manage their own children and luggage. Adding your bags to their responsibility, even for a few minutes, is an imposition. It forces them into a situation where they might feel pressured to say yes, even if they are uncomfortable or unable to do so effectively. Respecting others' personal space and peace of mind is a cornerstone of good travel etiquette. The solution is simple and straightforward. Take your bags everywhere with you. Yes, even to the restroom, even if it feels a little awkward. A small inconvenience of dragging your carry-on into a stall is infinitely better than the potential nightmare of a security incident or losing your belongings. If you have multiple bags, consider consolidating them or using a luggage cart. If you need to step away for an extended period, look for secure luggage storage services offered by the airport, or ask your airline if they have a temporary holding area for checked bags. Remember, your belongings are your responsibility. By always keeping your bags with you, you not only protect your own items but also contribute to the overall safety and security of the airport environment. It's a small but crucial act of passenger education that benefits everyone. Let's all do our part to keep our airports safe and our fellow travelers stress-free. Let's talk about a true crime against humanity in the skies: bare feet on planes. You might think, oh, it's just a plane, I want to be comfortable. But let's be brutally honest about that airplane carpet. It's not your living room rug. It's a biohazard of spilled coffee, mystery crumbs, forgotten snacks, and things we truly don't want to discuss. And yet, some people treat it like a personal foot spa, letting their bare feet roam free. First and foremost, it's unhygienic. The floor of an airplane is one of the dirtiest surfaces you'll encounter. Walking around barefoot or even just resting your bare feet on the seat in front of you exposes you and others to countless germs. Beyond the hygiene aspect, it's incredibly disrespectful to your fellow passengers. No one wants to see, or worse, smell, someone else's bare feet, especially in a confined space at 30,000 feet. It creates an unpleasant environment and can even trigger allergies or sensitivities in others. Imagine settling in for a long flight, only to be greeted by the sight of someone's bare feet propped up near your personal space, or the faint, unmistakable aroma of unshoed feet wafting through the cabin. It's a sensory assault that can quickly turn a pleasant journey into a miserable one. This isn't just about personal preference, it's about shared space and common courtesy. We are all in this metal tube together, and maintaining a basic level of decorum helps ensure a comfortable experience for everyone. The rule is simple. Keep your shoes on, or at the very least, wear fresh socks. If you want to be comfortable, opt for slip-on shoes that are easy to remove and put back on. Compression socks can also be a great option for long flights, promoting circulation and keeping your feet cozy without exposing them. If you absolutely must take your shoes off, ensure you have clean socks on and keep your feet contained within your personal space, preferably on the floor directly in front of your seat, not on armrests, tray tables, or the seat in front of you. By keeping your feet covered and contained, you contribute significantly to a more pleasant and hygienic cabin environment for everyone. It's a small act of consideration that goes a long way in making the flight more enjoyable for your fellow travelers. Remember, good travel etiquette is about being mindful of others, and that includes respecting their personal space and sensory experience. Let's leave the barefoot rebellion at home and keep our flights fresh and clean. Switching seats on a plane seems harmless, right? You see an empty window seat, or you want to sit closer to a friend, and you think, no big deal. But here's the unwritten rule that many new and even some frequent flyers miss. Fair trade is cool, unfair demand is not. Asking a window seat passenger to move so you can have their coveted spot? That's a definite no-go. Many passengers pay extra for specific seats, be it a window for the view, an aisle for easy access, or an exit row for more legroom. When you ask someone to switch, especially if you're offering a less desirable seat in return, like a middle seat, you're essentially asking them to downgrade their experience for your convenience. This can put them in an awkward position, feeling pressured to say yes even if they don't want to, leading to resentment and a less enjoyable flight for them. People choose their seats for a reason, and respecting that choice is key. Unauthorized seat switching can also cause confusion for flight attendants, especially during boarding, meal service, or in emergency situations. They rely on accurate passenger manifests for safety and service efficiency. If everyone starts moving around without permission, it can disrupt their workflow and even pose a safety risk if they can't quickly account for who is where. It also creates a chaotic boarding process, as people are trying to find their original seats while others are trying to move. If you want a specific seat, the best approach is to select and pay for it when you book your ticket or during online check-in. If your desired seat isn't available, you can politely ask a flight attendant after boarding is complete and the cabin doors are closed. They will know if there are truly empty seats and can facilitate a switch if it's possible, and doesn't inconvenience other passengers or disrupt operations. Never just move without permission, and never pressure another passenger to switch. If you absolutely must ask a fellow passenger to switch, ensure you are offering an equivalent or better seat. For example, if you have an aisle seat and want to sit next to your child in a window seat, and the person in the window seat next to your child has an aisle seat, that's a fair trade. Always be polite, accept no gracefully, and never make anyone feel guilty for declining. Good travel etiquette means respecting others' choices and understanding that their comfort is just as important as yours. The overhead bin bandit. That traveler who claims space like it's the Wild West, stuffing their bag 3 rows ahead of their assigned seat. This common faux pas leads to frustrated travelers searching for non-existent space above their own row, and often results in flight delays as flight attendants try to sort out the luggage chaos. It's a classic example of how one person's inconsiderate action can impact an entire plane. Overhead bins are designed to serve the passengers in the rows directly below them. When you place your bag several rows away, you're not only taking space from someone else, but also creating a bottleneck during deplaning. Passengers have to fight against the flow of traffic to retrieve their bags, slowing down the entire process for everyone. It also means that passengers in your actual row might be left without space, forcing them to gate check their bags, which can be a major inconvenience and cause delays. The overhead bin Jenga often starts during boarding. People rush to get on the plane to secure overhead space, even if it's not above their seat. This creates a frantic atmosphere and can lead to arguments and frustration. Flight attendants spend valuable time trying to reorganize bags, which can delay departure. Efficient boarding relies on passengers placing their bags in the nearest available space above their own row, allowing others to do the same. The fix is simple. Overhead bins belong to your row. If the space directly above your seat is full, politely ask a flight attendant for assistance. They are experts at finding creative solutions and can guide you to available space or arrange for your bag to be gate-checked if necessary. To avoid the bin scramble altogether, consider boarding early if your fare class allows, or pack lighter with a smaller carry-on that can fit under the seat in front of you. This guarantees your bag is always accessible and doesn't take up precious overhead space. Remember, bin karma is real. The more considerate you are with your luggage, the smoother the boarding and deplaning process will be for everyone, including yourself. By respecting the unwritten rule of your row, your bin, you contribute to a more organized, efficient, and less stressful flight experience for all passengers. Let's work together to make overhead bin management a breeze, not a battle. Reclining your seat on an airplane isn't an absolute right. It's a privilege that comes with a responsibility to your fellow passengers. Slamming your seat back without warning can turn a peaceful flight into a chaotic scene, potentially leading to spilled drinks, damaged laptops, or even minor injuries. It's a common point of contention in the skies, and understanding the etiquette around it can save you and others a lot of grief. When you recline abruptly, you invade the personal space of the person behind you. Their tray table might be in use. Their laptop screen could be perfectly angled, or they might simply be enjoying the limited legroom they have. A sudden recline can cause drinks to spill, headphones to get tangled, or even a laptop screen to crack if it's caught between your seat and the tray table. It's a jarring experience that can instantly sour someone's flight. The golden rule is simple. Always warn the person behind you before you recline. A quick, polite, "Excuse me, I'm just going to recline my seat a little," is all it takes. This gives them a chance to adjust their tray table, move their drink, or brace themselves. Once you've warned them, recline slowly and gently. This allows them to react and prevents any sudden impacts. Remember, even a small recline can feel significant in a confined space. While you have the option to recline, there are times when it's more considerate not to, or to recline only minimally. During meal service, for example, reclining your seat makes it incredibly difficult for the person behind you to eat comfortably, as their tray table will be severely restricted. Similarly, if the person behind you is working on a laptop, a full recline can make their screen unviewable or even damage their device. Be mindful of the time of day and the activities of those around you. On short flights or during takeoff and landing, it's generally best to keep your seat upright. By being mindful and considerate when reclining, you contribute significantly to cabin harmony. It's about respecting the shared space and acknowledging that your actions impact others. A little communication and a gentle approach can prevent conflict and ensure that everyone has a more comfortable and enjoyable flight. Let's make reclining a polite adjustment, not a sudden assault. The moment when someone unwraps a pungent tuna sandwich or a strong-smelling curry mid-flight. While your delicious meal might be a treat for you, it can quickly become chemical warfare in a tin can for everyone else. The recirculated air in an airplane cabin means that strong odors linger and spread rapidly, affecting hundreds of people who didn't sign up for a forced olfactory experience. In the confined environment of an airplane cabin, odors are amplified and have nowhere to go. What might be a mild aroma in an open space can become an overwhelming stench at 30,000 feet. Strong-smelling foods can cause discomfort, nausea, or even trigger allergic reactions or migraines in sensitive individuals. It's not just about personal preference, it's about creating a pleasant and tolerable environment for everyone sharing the space. The unspoken rule is simple. If your food has a strong, lingering odor, it's best left at home. This includes things like tuna, hard-boiled eggs, strong cheeses, certain types of curries, and heavily spiced dishes. While you might enjoy these foods, the collective experience of your fellow passengers should take precedence in such a close-quarters setting. Think of it as a courtesy to the 200-plus people sharing your air. When packing snacks for your flight, opt for odorless or mildly scented options. Think nuts, crackers, fresh fruit, like apples or bananas, granola bars, sandwiches with mild fillings, or prepackaged cookies. These options are generally safe bets that won't offend anyone's nostrils. If you're unsure, err on the side of caution and choose something with minimal aroma. Hydration is also key, so bring an empty reusable water bottle to fill after security. By being mindful of the foods you bring on board, you contribute to a more pleasant and breathable cabin environment for everyone. It's a small act of consideration that can make a huge difference in the overall flight experience. Let's ensure our flights are filled with the sounds of happy travelers, not the silent fanning of air or suppressed coughs from pungent aromas. Your fellow passengers will silently thank you for your thoughtful choices. In the cramped confines of an airplane, personal space is a precious commodity, yet it's often unknowingly invaded by passengers who treat the shared cabin as their private living room. This includes using the seat in front as a footrest, draping hair over the back of a seat, or spreading belongings far beyond their designated area. These actions, while seemingly minor, can significantly diminish the comfort and enjoyment of those around you. When you use the seat in front of you as a footrest, you're not only potentially dirtying someone's seat, but also making them feel uncomfortable and trapped. Draping long hair over the back of a seat can be annoying and unhygienic for the person behind, potentially getting in their face or food. Spreading out your belongings, like a laptop bag in the aisle or a jacket on an empty seat, can block pathways, inconvenience others, and even pose a tripping hazard. Every passenger has a right to their allocated space. This means keeping your feet on the floor, your hair contained, and your belongings within your seat area or the overhead bin. The armrests are often a point of contention. The general rule of thumb is that the middle seat gets both armrests, as they have no other personal space. Aisle and window seats each get one. Respecting these unwritten boundaries is crucial for maintaining peace and comfort in the cabin. Be mindful of your body and your belongings. If you need to stretch your legs, do so in the aisle when it's clear, or stand up and walk around if permitted. Keep your hair tied back or contained. Ensure all your carry-on items fit either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead bin, and don't spill into the aisle or your neighbor's space. If you have a large item, consider checking it. Always be aware of your surroundings and how your actions might impact those immediately around you. By being conscious of your personal space and respecting that of others, you contribute to a more harmonious and comfortable environment for everyone on board. It's about understanding that an airplane is a shared public space, and courtesy dictates that we minimize our impact on others. Let's all strive to be considerate neighbors in the sky, making the journey more pleasant for every single passenger. Flying is an incredible experience, connecting us to new places, people, and adventures. But let's be honest, it can also be incredibly stressful. By understanding and adhering to these unspoken rules of air travel, you're not just being a good passenger. You're actively contributing to a smoother, more enjoyable, and less stressful journey for yourself and everyone else on board. These aren't just etiquette tips. They're practical strategies for flight improvement and passenger education that benefit the entire travel community. Whether you're a seasoned frequent flyer looking to refine your habits, a new traveler eager to learn the ropes, an etiquette enthusiast who appreciates social harmony, or a travel blogger seeking to share valuable insights, these guidelines are your compass. They empower you to navigate the complexities of air travel with confidence and consideration. Remember, a little mindfulness goes a long way in a confined space. So, go forth and travel smarter. Be the passenger who earns silent gratitude from every person on board. Be the one who makes the journey better, not just for yourself, but for the entire cabin. Your next adventure awaits, and with these tips, you're ready to make it your best flight yet. Now, we want to hear from you. What's your #1 pet peeve on a flight, or your best tip for a smoother journey? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more travel wisdom, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's build a community of considerate travelers, one flight at a time. Bon voyage!